everything just gets soaked up. And in the morning, I wake up looking refreshed when you call.
And whoever has the television, please mute.
Dr. Sabah brings you these.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lewis. Good afternoon, everyone. And Selma, I'm on the job, so I may not be able to participate in class, but I'll listen. Thanks.
No problem.
I'm here, my Tava. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Awesome. Glad to know it. All right. Let me make sure YouTube is rolling. I think it is. Yes, it is. Minimize that. And we will continue with our greetings. I know some of you have just come in or coming in. Just make sure to mute when you're coming in because it's already recording. I appreciate that. If you'd like to say hello, please take this time to do so.
Hello, this is Janice.
Hello, Janice. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, this is Tawana from Mississippi.
Juan, welcome.
Thank you.
Are you not? How are you?
All right, all right. So we are here. Let's rock. I wanted to take this opportunity. Let me mute things down. We are recording, so welcome back. My apologies for last week. Out of my control. When people get sick, they call on you to cover, and that's what I had to do Saturday and Sunday. So it was a double scenario all weekend. Took almost all week to get squared away and get caught back up. So let me just say this, first and foremost, the slowdown class is, I think, doing well for a lot of you, taking it easier, not so much information all at once, and breaking it down. So that's what I have decided to do for the back office. I had the videos already done, and they were a little bit fast. I think this style is easier for everybody to get because we have to remember day one, we go international. And in order to do a video in captions or in a different language, sometimes the words don't mean the same thing. So if it's slower, a little bit more detailed, I think it will, provide a service for the entire community. So that's what's going on presently. Today is the breakdown on the crypto debit card. And the list that I have for them, I'm going to email out in the blast so you can go directly to the link. Me saying it over the thing, you're still going to want the address and all that. It's easier for me to just send the blast with the list. Remember me saying this, and you have to do your own due diligence on this part. I cannot do this part for you. Even though I'm going to send you a list, that does not mean that you'll be able to use those cards. Remember, we are still in the battle with the government. When I say we, I'm talking about those who are trying to go crypto or go into that space where you control your own finances. They do not want you to control your own finances. Let's tell the truth. Okay, so some of these cards you'll be able to use and some you will not. And some of you won't be able to use any of them, especially if you live in New York. Because I saw on one of them specifically said, New York residents cannot use this card. It said it in the terms. So you have to read the terms and agreements to these cards. Don't just look at the card and say, whoa, I can use that one. You have to read the terms and agreements. They are fighting you being able to run your own finances. Okay, just because we're talking about it and just because a promise delivered will exist doesn't mean that they're okay with it. They like it the way it is now. Like I said on the kids' call, when you sign the back of your check to deposit it in a bank, you have signed over the rights to your finances for them to handle, not you. Remember, when you put it in the bank, what you didn't have to do? Ask, can you use it? You have to go to their ATM machine and it'll say, well, you can only have $500. That's it. Go away. I have 10,000. I need 2,000 to do this purchase. You put that card in that ATM machine, it's going to tell you 500. Go away, kid. That, my friends, is control. Now, what you take out of their hands when you move over into this realm of cryptocurrency, digital currency, you take ability out of their hands. Do you think they're happy about that? Absolutely not. So they're going to make it very difficult. So we have to stay on top of what we're doing. We have to stay on top of learning how to use these systems that are provided for you. So we already know the resource. And just like on the kids' call, I'm going to go over this until it's second nature. If I say resources to anybody, you're going to know, bam, that's what's coming to me. When I say wallet to somebody, bam, you'll be able to give me an answer and how you move it and what it's for. What is its purpose? It should be second nature upon a question, not, what's a wallet? If you're in that arena, then you need to ask more questions during these calls. No one should be scratching their head on resources or wallets because we went over it. We're moving on. By the time I get to the banks, we should be done and ready to use all of this stuff. If you catch that hint. So I need you to focus and I need you to read. If you live in New York, I think Texas has a lot of restrictions. I don't know all the states that have restrictions. You have to, that's your job. You have to do some work too. But you should not be scratching your head. What is a wallet? How do I load it? You should not be scratching your head. It should come right to you. What is a wallet? It moves my resource. How do I load it? With an address. 2 answers. You're a pro. All right, moving on. Today's call is going to be about crypto and digital currency debit cards. This card is the work between your wallet, your bank. It works in between those two. Some wallets will have the capability to purchase, not all of them. Some wallets, because they'll have the Visa or MasterCard insignia on the bottom. Some, not all. So we're going to use the wallet to do what? Move. That's it. Just leave it as that's one job for that thing. It's moving funds. Now, we move over into the crypto digital currency debit card. Notice how I'm saying 2 things. Cryptocurrency, which is already out. That's not something new. It's not something you're just learning. You already know about cryptocurrency. Digital currency is the new kid on the block. Like I said in the kids' call, digital currency will be realized very shortly because the paper debt instrument is going away. This is not new news. It's not new news. And any and everything that I talk about on this call is for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I do not have the license to do so. But I do have an opinion, and I share it. I have to put that in the call. So we're talking about two things today. First one, cryptocurrency. You know what that is. Some of it you can use as a medium to purchase things. Digital currency is the new conversation that I need you to pay close attention to. Digital currency is what's coming. It's called quantum financial system. The quantum financial system is going to require every country to have a digital representation of their currency. Say it again. Sure, Sam. The quantum financial system is going to require every country in the world to have a digital representation of their paper. What is a digital representation of their paper? Right now, you have a green piece of paper that says federal note, which is a debt instrument. You will soon have something that says on the top of it, Treasury note, or whatever they decide to call it, USTN, USN, whatever. It will be backed by assets and or precious metals. Now, that piece of paper is going to be a representation of that country's resources. Here we go with that word again. Resources. So now we know what resources is. Money. Whatever form that is. 209 countries or more have decided to go to BRICS, which is outside of this Federal Reserve note, the fiat, illegitimate piece of paper. And they've decided to say, more have decided to go to BRICS. They have decided to use their own paper. That means that their paper in their country, whatever that note is backed by that country's resources, be it gold, oil, whatever, diamonds, whatever the resources that are in the ground or they provide. Remember me talking, if some of you are on the kids call, what services will you provide to the community? It's full circle with this conversation. Each country provides a service to other countries. Community. It's full circle. We're all doing the same thing. It just has different titles and in different areas. Same thing. So whatever country that is, they have a paper in their country called dinar, called Zimbabwe note, called whatever. Okay, yen, yuan. Each country has their own paper. This country is the country that made all those other countries use the US dollar and control what and how they do. That's no more. I'm glad of it. It shouldn't be that way. That's called a bully. I'm going to make you use my money, and then I'm going to tell you what you can sell and can't sell. Does that make sense? Absolutely not. That's called a bully. Well, the bullyship is over with. That's done. As a matter of fact, tomorrow, the 9th, the contract between the United States and Israel is over. Did you know that Israel was the last one that was holding our money as a reserve currency? And when they said we're done, that's the end of the US dollar. Did you know that? Did anybody care to tell you that? Nope. Will you hear that on the TV? Nope. Did you even know that there was a contract between us? Nope. We just go to the pump and pump gas. That's it. That's all we know. So being a part of a community with conversation gives you the ability to expand your knowledge base. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. So with them moving into BRICS, says to the US, keep your worthless piece of paper. We have our own. And we're going to back ours with gold, silver, oil, whatever the commodity is for that country. This country decided to sell out all of their stuff. We used to make cars for the world. We used to make clothing for people all over. Everybody was coming to America to work, created big businesses, big brands. And somewhere along the line, the US got stupid and greedy and said, you know what? If we put this company in another country and pay them $3 versus the 12 and 15 that you were getting, pay them $3 to make the same clothing or shoes, bring those things back to the US and sell them to you for hundreds more. Case in point, Jordans. Everybody knows Michael Jordan. Everybody followed him. Turned him into an icon. His shoes were sent out of the country. One pair of Jordans cost $7 to create. $7. The people creating it got 3 of those $7. 3. They couldn't just give them the $7. They gave them $3. So they still made a $4 profit on a lower grade of person making something that they then bring back to this country. Go find a pair of Jordans right now and see how much they cost. $275 and more. So what happened? Total greed. Total control. Total and complete deception. They bring those same shoes to you, and you're working a job that only pays $11 and $12 an hour. You have to save a couple checks to go get a pair of shoes that only takes 1 or 2 basketball games to destroy. The sole comes off. Somebody steps on them, scuffs them up. They no longer have that pristine appearance. And you're out of 130, 240. I think I went to the mall around Christmas and I saw a pair of shoes that were $425. Gym shoes. $425 for a pair of shoes that probably only cost $8, $9 to create. So the mindset and the concept of our country is complete and utter bullshit. Excuse me. I call it as I see it. Usury, fraud, deception. It is what it is. It hurts to hear the truth, but I only speak the truth. Call me what you will. But one thing you can call me is for real. Your knowledge of a crypto digital debit card is going to give you the ability to purchase these $400 shoes if you are in that realm of idiocy. And yes, if you have bought shoes, gym shoes for over $100, you're an idiot. I'm just going to call it like it is. There's a lot of people that would be upset for me saying that. But you know what? When you understand and know the concept that what has happened to you, you will see the definition all over your forehead. When you see the little kids that are sewing these shoes, putting holes in their fingers for you to have a pair of shoes on that you overpaid by hundreds of dollars, you will see that word across your forehead. When you see the inhumane treatment of the families that are making these shoes, if they decide not to come to work today, they come beat them with bamboo canes. You ever been hit by a piece of bamboo? Probably not. It hurts. It's almost like steel. Now imagine a 7 or 8-year-old being hit by a piece of bamboo because they didn't want to come sew your shoe. And that's just one commodity, one out of thousands. Look in your house. Like I'm sitting here now, I'm seeing an air fryer, I see a toaster, I see a coffee maker. If I turn any one of those pieces of equipment upside down and look at the bottom as to where it came from, I guarantee you it won't say USA. And I guarantee you that thing was created for less than $5 or $10, but we spent $140, $200, $300, $80 for a coffee maker. It's plastic. It heats water. It's when you take a moment and break down the thought process of what you have in your life and what you're going to have in your life. Puts that word across your forehead. The only reason why I say this stuff because I've done it. I've spent $90 for a pair of shoes. I sure have. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm speaking reality. Then I watched a video on YouTube of how those shoes were made and found out how those kids were treated. Kids are making these shoes, not adults. Kids. They're cheaper. $1.50 they can give them. Would you work for $1.50 for the week? Imagine $1.50 a week. Okay, so enough of that. A digital debit card gives you the ability to use your resources as you see fit, that you moved with your wallet into that debit card with an address. Remember, the address is what you're going to use to move your resources across all 4 or 3 platforms: wallet, crypto debit card, bank. The crypto debit card is going to receive on it either cryptocurrency, whatever one survives this whole transition. And I don't think some of the big ones that you're thinking about will make it because they never really had anything backing it. Remember, stuff has to have a valuable thing backing it for it to exist as a currency. What's backing Bitcoin? That's what's backing Bitcoin. What's backing the fiat piece of paper that we're passing across the counter? Read between the lines. Find out what is backing something and get behind it. XRP, other ones, you know there's things backing it. That's what you want to use. Don't go by hype. What people, oh, it's worth $50,000. Is it? So that 50,000 that it's valued at is a currency, or a, not even, you can't even call it a currency. It is a debt instrument that has zero value. 51,000 of those pieces of paper are backing a digital currency. So what's that digital currency worth? Are you catching what I'm throwing? So in the very near future, you're going to see announcements being made about what's going on for this country and others. Currently, the people in charge of this one are trying to go to war. I have to speak truth. You have to be notified, and it needs to be known. The only way they can cover up and stop what has already started is to go to war. That puts a halt on everything. But currently, everything is moving forward, and forward quickly, into a digital cryptocurrency arena. See, when they brought BRICS and countries started jumping onto it, latching on, stepping away from the dollar, latching onto the BRICS, step away from the dollar. The value of the dollar started doing this. Right now it's here. Can you see it? No. So if you can't see my hand, what is the value? Nothing. They won't tell you that because they know what that will do. It will cause mass hysteria. It will cause looting, people going nuts. If you knew for a fact that your money is worth nothing, what would you do? Go try to find something that's worth something, right? Well, go no further. It's already here. You're already learning about digital currency. And you're going to use it with digital equipment. It's either going to be on your phone as a wallet or a digital debit card, digital currency debit card, or an actual card. But you're going to know how to use it. You're going to move it from the resources. Remember, the far left is resources. That's your money. I try not to use the word money because we don't have any yet. We're working on it. We have a Federal Reserve note, which is a debt instrument. So it's illegal to even say we have money. Did you know that? It's illegal to say it because you don't have it. You have a debt instrument. Call the truth. Speak the truth. So your resources, that's why I call resources. Just remember that means whatever it is, digital currency, cryptocurrency, whatever. Something with a value. That's over here. You're going to move it from here onto your wallet with the wallet. So let's say you go into the back office of APD, you put in your wallet's address, and you click withdraw. That's really it. That's all you have to do. That's why I want you to be proficient on getting that wallet address. Copy and paste only. Do not, and I cannot stress this enough, do not ever try to type your address to move cryptocurrency and or digital currency. I will personally come to your house with a switch. Don't ever, ever do it. Copy and paste it. That's why that exists. Go to the little two pieces of paper. You'll see it in a circle. You put your little mouse over it. It'll say copy, click, copy. It's on the mouse. No mistakes, no issues. Then you go to wherever you're going with it, the back office of Promise Delivered. You right click and a little box will open. You click on paste. And I'm going to do this on screen so you can see it. And you paste that address in there. Don't ever, ever type it. Because when you do, you're going to mess up and you're going to send $1,000 into cyberspace and you'll never see it again, ever. Now, let's say you're doing a transaction of $10,000. You're doing a withdrawal or a movement of $10,000. Oh, I can remember this. I can type this. I've been typing all my life. I was a clerical. I typed 50 words a minute. I could type a string of letters. Clickety, 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 click. Send $10,000. You go to your wallet or wherever the destination is, and you look for it. And you say, okay, well, let me go into my balance, and the balance says zero. Zero? Shouldn't say zero. Should say 10,000. Let me go back to where I sent it. You look at your balance there, and it says 10,000 less. Wait a minute. I had 70. I have 60. That's 10,000. It's gone. Where did it go? Go back to the place where you were trying to send it. Come to find out, you missed one letter. It was an L, not an I. They both look the same. Right? Only that address knows whether it's an L or an I, not you. You typed the wrong one, $10,000 is gone. Gone. Forever. Not, oh, I'm going to call somebody and see if they can track. This is why I'm telling you, you have to pay attention. You have to follow the steps that I'm laying down. Because the second you go outside of that, you lose. Don't call me. Do not. If you start out with, well, I sent it, I'm going to hang up on you. Call me what you wish. I can't help you. I won't help you. I'm not even going to go into the conversation of trying to figure out what you did. Because obviously you didn't follow the steps. Clearly, you decided you could type it versus copy. One click difference. Just click copy. And you're perfect. You go to typing it in there and mess up, and you call me saying that you sent 10,000 to your wallet and I only got zero in that. What happened? I'm going to laugh at you and I'm going to hang up the phone. And I'm going to let you think about it. I'm going to let you ponder on what just happened. He just hung up on me. And he laughed. Yes, I'm going to laugh at you. Regrettably, I won't have to do that. But my point here is very serious. This is very, very serious. So if you got TVs on or whatever it is you're doing in there and you're distracted and not hearing what I'm saying to you, and you go off to do your own thing and lose or miss, whose fault is that? Are you going to tie up an hour of my phone or my time somewhere else trying to figure out where you just sent $10,000? Hell no. No, you're not. I'm going to hang up. I'm telling you in advance before it happens. So you make sure that you follow these steps. If you're going to move, I don't care if it's $5 from your resource to your wallet, do the process the exact same. From your resource, if that resource allows you to withdraw in a, let's just say digital currency, because that's going to be the new selection that's coming. So let's talk about it now. Let's say that the resource says you can have $500 in digital currency, whatever they call it. Like right now, it's USDT. That's a crypto or a stable coin, as they call it. They're going to come with a name, whatever it is. It's not out yet, but let's just say USTN. You can withdraw USTN, which is a digital currency for the US. Let's just call it that for a second for argument purposes. So you go into your wallet. You go in your wallet and you say, well, I'm going to move it to, I'll just use Trust Wallet for argument's sake. So you would go log on to your Trust account. Hold on. Trust. No, not Telegram. Where's Trust? Tether. Trust Wallet. The little blue shield, you touch on it. Fingerprint authentication. And it lets me into the back office of my Trust Wallet, right? So I go on to, I'm going to show them to you again, like I did last time. Send, receive, buy, sell, I'm reading backwards, and hold. Is that hold? History. Hold on, it went somewhere else. Okay. The only thing with these touch screens, you touch it, it's going to move. So send, receive. Let's stop at receive. All right. So on the resource side, let's say your job, you want to receive your, when you touch on receive, it opens up all the coins that are in use or activated in your Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet. Everybody's not going to have the same stuff activated. But for argument's sake, let me see if I can find it. I'm looking for USDT. I'm just going to say, I'm going to get an XRP. So I would touch on XRP. When I touch on XRP on my Trust Wallet, it's going to open up a QR code, and it's also going to have the address. See down there where it says copy? Wait a minute, I'm trying to find it myself. There it is right there. See the two little pieces of paper, copy? It says copy on it, right? So you would touch that, it'll automatically copy the address. Then I go to, you would have to be doing it on the phone. So you would go to the job or whatever, wherever you're withdrawing it from. After you copy your XRP address, you paste it over there. For a promise delivered, that's what you would do, not your job, because your job is not going to pay you like that. They're going to choose whatever they want to pay in. Let's just say they all adopt the USTN, and it is a USTN crypto that they make available. Then you would have the same thing up. You would click on it, it would take you to the QR code, the actual address, and you'd be able to copy it. All right? You touch it one time, it's on your phone. Now, from there, you would go back to the website, the back office, on the withdrawal box. You would, on the phone, how you right click is to hold down on the screen, on the touch screen. You just hold down and it'll open a box that says, what do you want to do? Copy, paste, paste. There's, don't need to look any further. You're pasting. So you would touch paste and you would see your address jump in that box. Instantly. No mistakes, no typing. Boom, it's in the box. Then you click on withdraw. Another screen is going to open up. On that screen, it's going to verify everything that you are trying to do. It's going to say you're withdrawing $500 from your balance to your trust wallet in XRP. It's going to show you the fees that are coming out of that 500. It's going to say, well, the fees for that is $12, or you may need to buy gas or whatever. You'll know how to use the wallet that you're using, because we're going to go through all that. But for the most part, let's just keep it simple. It's going to say the fees are $20. So how much do you receive in your XRP? How much XRP do you get? $480 will make it to the final destination, because $20 went for fees. We cannot get around the fees. So don't call and ask, well, how do I withdraw without fees? That's another hang up. I will straight hang up on you. Don't ask that question. I'm telling you, you cannot move crypto or digital currency without paying someone. Period. Unless they wipe that out. We'll have to wait and see when they announce the QFS and everything officially. It has not been announced as of yet. When they do, we'll know what they're doing. When you make a transaction, if it doesn't do a fee and you receive the 500, which I think you should receive, I think you should get what you withdraw. Should be no fees, but this ain't my world. But if it is, you have to pay those fees, period. A promise delivered will not pay any fees. That's up to you. It's going to make available to you all the cryptos that will be available at the time we get in there. All of them are not going to survive the switch. If you were paying attention early, you heard me talk about one and what's backing. And what its current value is under what paper. If that paper goes away, what value will it have? Be smart. Some things I can say, a lot I can't. You have to look between the lines. This should be simple. I think I said it anyway. I really don't care what they do. But my point is, you have to follow those steps. Copy and paste these addresses, period. I think I have gone over that enough. And you know to receive a switch if you go any other direction and or a straight hang up. If you call me and say you sent something somewhere and it's not there, I'm going to hang up on you. Then I'm going to call you back and cuss you out right good. You just threw away $10,000. How do you feel? That's the cussing. I'm not going to actually cuss at you. But that simple question will be just like somebody beating you up. You just threw away $10,000. How do you feel? Do you think you should have been watching TV when I was going over this? Do you think you should have been doing whatever it was when I explained to you to copy and paste only? Never type these addresses, period, ever. They have the QR code. QR code is going to be some more conversation. That's on here. Most cell phones, both Android and Apple, have a QR code reader. I'm going to show you what it looks like. LMNOPQ. Okay. If you do not have this software on your phone, QR code reader, If you do not have this on your phone, download it immediately before we even get off the phone. Most phones come with it. You can either send a QR code or read a QR code. In the back office of A Promise Delivered will be QR codes. If you want to withdraw into a certain thing, you just you just bring it up, you touch on it, and the screen will look like that. It'll have a reader in it. It'll take a picture. Basically, once you download it, you'll see what it does. It has a box in there and it's ready to read a QR code. So a scanner, basically. You hold it in front of the QR code, it'll open it up. You click on open. Or if you're sending, withdrawing, you go into your Trust wallet. I'll do it for you. Let me go back to PQRST. Nope, in the wrong one. Go into Trust wallet, open, fingerprint, and receive. And we're gonna say I'm gonna get it in XRP. Nope, that's incorrect. Let me go back. When you get in the back office, up in the top right-hand corner, see those two little circles right there? That turns on the QR code reader. Well, not on this one. Where's it at? Right here. Let me see if I can show you. 1 second. All right, so when I open up my QR code within Trust Wallet, see how it's got that box? It's ready to read a code. So when I put that box, when I go into the back office of APD and I click on withdraw and I tell it I want to withdraw, you go in the Trust Wallet and you scan that QR code. Let me turn this off. When you scan that QR code on the Trust Wallet, it's going to ask, what do you want? It's going to send USTN because that's what it's going to be set at. Whatever the digital currency is for the US will be in the back office and it will send that. Can't change it. Okay, so you should have all the wallets and all of that stuff is going to update once it's made public. So it'll be available in there and you just scan it and it'll bring it over to your balance. From the balance, if you want to purchase XRP, you simply buy, you click on buy XRP, how much? You follow those steps in the actual Trust wallet. Or if you want to just leave it in the USTN. I'm just using USTN just for arguments and demonstration purposes. I don't know what they're going to call it. From there, question of the call today is the crypto debit card. Now, Trust Wallet doesn't have a way to shop. Let's just say that. And we want to move it to our crypto debit card. Your crypto debit card will have a back office, just like everything else. It'll have an address. Out of your Trust Wallet, you're going to copy and paste the address for your crypto debit card, whatever that is. You're going to copy its address to receive. You're going to put it in send on your Trust Wallet because now you're sending it. Remember, its job is to move. It's going to receive it from the resource, then it's going to send it to where you want to send it. You want to send some over to your crypto debit card, and you want to send the rest over to your bank. So let's say we're moving 10,000. Out of the trust wallet, you're going to send 5,000 to your crypto debit card. So you're going to click on send in your trust wallet, and you're going to get the address to your wallet or to your crypto debit card. You're going to send 5,000. Boom. You verify it's there. You're good. Now you can go shopping. Put that card down. We're going to pick up our bank. Our bank. We're going to get the receive address of your bank. We're going to send the remaining 5,000 to your bank. 2 transactions, $10,000. 5,000, you can go shopping. Other 5,000 is put away. I want to see if you were paying attention. Out of what I just said, how many transactions and who did you have to ask to do it? Don't answer right now. Answer when I go into Q&A. How many transactions and who did you have to ask to do it? Now you've put 5,000 on your card to go shopping. So now you have a $5,000 limit on this card at that moment. You've put 5,000 away in your bank that you control and own. And now you have 5,000 more over here. Who did you have to ask to do it? All right, that's the first question. Now, with this digital crypto debit card, anywhere that receives or takes a Visa or MasterCard will allow you to shop. They're not going to ask, where'd you get the money from? They're not going to ask, well, where do you work at? They're not going to ask, how many funds do you have? You're just going to hold it up either with the actual card itself or your phone. Because remember, it's digital. So all of those plastic cards will have a digital representation as well. So you go to that debit card on your phone and you bring it up. Remember me talking about a Web3 card? The Web3 card is a representation of this digital that lives here. That's why you need to get good with your phones. For those of you that are using a cell phone now and not really clear on how to use it and all that good stuff, get one of them grandbabies. They will show you how to use a phone quickly. You pull up your Web3 crypto debit card and you go to the register and you click on how do you want to pay digital, or you've seen it electronic or debit, whatever. It's going to say electronic. At least that's what Walmart's putting up. And you hold your phone up to the thing and it goes beep. And the receipt jumps out of the machine and you head to the door. Do not show your receipt at Walmart doors. You tell them if you have to show a receipt, you're going to press charges for for fraud. You can't. They're accusing you of stealing when they want to see a receipt. So if you shop at Walmart, which I don't any longer, and they ask you for a receipt, stand up. You're not. They cannot request a receipt unless they are accusing you of theft. Anyway, and that goes directly to Walmart. I hope y'all listening. When you make that transaction and a receipt jumps out, let's say you used, I don't know, XRP. When they state their value or their rate or whatever they're worth, let's say you loaded XRP on there. The device the crypto digital card company is going to do the conversion instantly. The second you hear beep, it took however much XRP value to pay the Walmart bill. You didn't have to tell them that you were using XRP. You didn't have to ask permission, can you use, and don't ever do that. Do you accept digital? Don't do that. Your finances are private. They do not need to know what you're paying with. The only thing that they need to know is you have either a MasterCard or Visa. Okay, if that company accepts either one, the transaction will be completed. And that's the end of it. Now, just in case there's an issue, you should have more than one debit card. Because like I said, every state is different. You have to find out what your state allows you to use. See what I mean? Those words, allow you to use. That's so foolish. But I do believe that's all going to change when we go into the QFS, because the QFS is a freestanding financial system that's recognized as a trans actor of all digital currency, period. You may have $500,000 over here with a debit card that's connected to it that has the ability to do so. Like I said, you're going to get a QFS card. It may wipe out all of these cards. You only need one card. I don't know, just, figuring on what they're going to do. No one knows yet. But when we do, then you will know what to do. Just in case you get to the register and it doesn't accept that card. What do? Freak out? No. You move whatever you need to move onto another card and use it. But more than likely, you will be able to use whatever it is you use. Because if you do your research for your state and know that you can use this card, and this card, so 3 cards out of the list of 9 that I have, only 3 of them work in your state, just get those 3. Don't get all 9 cards. Why are you getting them if they don't work in your state? If all 9 cards don't make it in your state, then you have to find out which one does. And get all the information, read the terms and agreement. Don't just click, I read it. I had to read all the terms on these 9 that I have. And some of them won't fit your state. New York and Texas are the 2 worst states. New York and Texas. They're very restricted. Hopefully that'll all go away when they announce the QFS. Because that's banks trying to control what you can use and tell you how much you can use of it. That's what we need to make go away. We should be free to use our own bank, our own card, our own wallet, and purchase goods. The whole idea is to move the economy. If you restrict a person down to only being able to use 1 or 2 things, or none of the above, then your economy doesn't move. We are the economy, just so you know. This foolishness they're telling you, oh, well, we're in debt and this, that. No. Never been in debt. That's fear tactics. I would argue to state that the deficit even exists, but it sounds good. Oh, our country's in debt, such and such and such and which. Probably, because you're using a piece of paper that does not have a value. So if you go out using counterfeit money, you're in debt. But you create a piece of paper that says it's a this or that, they want to lock you up. You have the cashiers doing this at the counter, which that's so funny to me. When they take that $50 bill or that $100 bill and start looking at it, people like, what is that, low-tech technology? If it's real, it's real. If it's not, it's not. But guess what, sweetheart? Whether it's real or not, it's never been real. It's a debt instrument. It doesn't have a value, even though it's stated $100. It's not real. We're just going through the motions with it. You'll see what I mean very shortly. So the crypto debit card, again, when I send the list out, then we'll do a breakdown on it. It doesn't make sense for me to do it, and I'm not going to do all 9 of them when I do it. How to use them, how to set them up. I'm going to only do maybe 1 or 2. So I'll get the list out to you guys, go through the list, see what your state allows you to use. If you can use all 9, great. I wouldn't get all 9. I just got a list of 9, so at least be enough for everybody to grab 1 or 2. 1 or 2 of them is good. Maybe 3, but 1 or 2. You want to be able to go to the store. If you need, to use a different one, you have it. Just bring it out, do your thing, get out the store. Load all 3 of them. Put 2,000 on each. You only go to the grocery store, 300-400. You have 3 choices to use. So you don't have to freak out at the cash register if it says do not accept or does not accept or whatever the terms it may say. Say, fine. Here, try this one. Beep. Get your stuff and go. No conversations to anyone about what you're using. It's none of their business. Stop talking about your finances to other people that have no real impact on it. You're putting on your account what you want to use. XRP, Bitcoin, whatever. Whatever it is, you're using that. All they need to know, do you accept MasterCard or Visa? That's all they need to know. That's the only question. The transaction part is done within the software. You will have nothing to do with that. All right. Any questions?
Mr. Lewis, I have a question and I have a tip that I would like to share, if I may.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to share the little tip first. Might be valuable, I don't know. When I first started learning about crypto, the one thing I was taught was when you're sending money, especially if it's large amounts, you always test it first with a small amount, $5, or not bucks, but 5 currencies or whatever. First, see the person receive it, and you practice that way 2-3 times. So I wanted to share that. My next question to you, if I can't ask this question, if I can't, it's okay. It's about the RV. Can I ask that question?
Okay.
Okay. Do you think the reason they want you to, make your appointment, come in and and trade it in, and they're going to give you a rate and all of that, is because they know that dollar is going away? Because I'm trying to figure out all the calls I've been on with these people, this group that I'm a part of. You have a lot of men, especially men, is on the call, and I have 400 million, and I have this, and I have that, and they want it all, and they're saying that the bank workers are trained not to let you leave with it. Do you believe that they're taking all of that because they know it's more valuable, and they're going to give you all these millions of something that is not? Am I confusing you, or?
No.
Probably. Okay. All right. What do you think? What's your thoughts on that? Because I feel like they're wanting that for a reason. They're willing to give me $10 for $1 for a reason. They don't do anything without a cause. Okay.
Alternative motive. Okay, so let me answer that.
Okay.
So first and foremost, the RV or these redemptions or what have you is really not what most people think they are. What they are is an exchange, period. All these special words and process is just an exchange. If you go to Canada right now,
Mhm.
you have to give them the US dollar, they're going to give you Canadian dollars. It's an exchange. They're going to give you the same value of what you gave them for theirs. It's either going to go up or down because the US dollar, this is part where you got to pay attention, is no longer worth what it used to be. So you might get less Canadian. But it's still an exchange. One's going to be higher, lower, or equal. The whole RV, the whole exchange, in my personal opinion, and that's what this is, not financial advice, is the actual exchange of a dominant debt instrument. And I call it that because of what they did. They made the US dollar the dollar for everybody. Okay? They made the US dollar the reserve money for everybody in the world. How the hell do you do that?
Mhm.
Okay? Now, the RV is nothing more than an exchange of removing the fraudulent dominant paper out of your country. That's really all it is.
Mhm.
And then stating to this country, US, look, Mr. US, we have our own paper. Our paper is called CDs, Africa. I happen to know that because I was sending it. We have CD. We don't need US dollar. This is not US, this is Africa. We use CD. Now, in that statement, you have to realize this. The US dollar is worth what?
Zero.
Now you're going to send your zero paper to my country and buy things with it. Our
Mhm.
diamonds, our gold, our silver, our cadmium, our whatever. You're sending more of a paper that means nothing. So then you look at the exchange. Now, when we send that dollar over there, they have to use it with other people in Africa. They're using a US dollar that has no value. So how do they then go get their food, their water, their clothing? They're using a piece of paper that has no value. And if they're going to a provider of a commodity with kahunas and say, when you have US dollar, I don't have change for US dollar, I have change for CD.
Mhm.
Now, pay attention. You're standing there with a buggy full of stuff, food for your family, clothing for your family, food for the animals that you raise, and you give that person $100 US dollar, and they look at you and say, "Well, what is that? This is US. It's worth this, this, and this." I have ZD in my register. I don't have US dollar. You won't get any change, and I can't accept that because I don't use that.
Mhm.
That's what the world is saying to the US. You see how I brought that back? That's what the world is saying to the US. That's why I'm saying BRICS is moving in. This exchange, this RV, this exchange of currencies is merely every other country saying, I use this. I don't use that US dollar. You keep that. This has a value here. This person can go buy food. They can go buy feed for their animals. They can get water, whatever. But they're using CD. They're not using US dollar.
Okay, so I'm still scratching my head a bit. So then if that be the case, why are we taking what we have, the foreign currency, to get the US dollar?
No,
Because that's what they're telling you to do.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
All right, so I'm getting up to that. I wanted to show you the ZD first. The CD is what they use
Okay.
there. They don't use the US dollar.
Okay. Mhm.
So this whole exchange thing is saying this. All right, let's say I have CD upstairs, and the exchange is for me to bring my ZD to the bank to exchange it, right?
Mhm.
Who said you have to exchange it?
Okay. I thought that's what you're going to do. That's what
Right,
I'm being
right.
told.
See, this is
Mm.
where conversation helps. This is the commune. This is the community.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
deposit it
Mhm.
into a multi-currency account. What is a multi-currency?
Ah. Mhm. Mm.
What's a multi-currency account? I know all of you are like,
That's
it's the first time I heard this.
That's
What's he doing?
an account that holds all the receipts that you have.
In their own value.
Just now that you're saying that. Yeah. Yeah.
So when
You
I go,
don't exchange it. Mm-hmm.
you don't exchange it. You deposit
Okay.
it. Now,
Mm-hmm.
provided, this is the big part, provided the rate that the USTN is going to come out at. So there's some
Mm-hmm.
juggling that needs to happen here. There's some discernment. There is some
Yeah.
investigation, due diligence. When the time comes,
Yeah.
and they say, well, you make your appointment. You call the thing or go to the website, whatever it is. You make your appointment. You go in
Right.
there. Why are they asking if you have Zim? You go to a different place. Why do you think they're saying that?
Mm-hmm.
Because Zim is being
I'm not sure.
it's its own paper.
Mm.
It's already been established that it's its own paper. It has its own value. So if you have that, you have to go somewhere else because you're going to deposit it as Zim. I'm thinking, now this is just me, for what is there in Zimbabwe and Uganda, those two countries within a country
Mm-hmm.
are going to be the two richest countries in the world. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
So their paper will stand above everybody. Why would you take their paper that's up here and get a USTN
Right.
that's here? Because we
Yeah.
didn't give away everything here. We didn't send everything across the water.
Mm-hmm.
So what value do we have other than the gold in Alaska? I mean, the oil in Alaska. What value?
Right.
We got some. So you have a number. But Uganda, 2 years ago now, found
Mm-hmm.
one deposit of many in the country that are worth multi trillions in gold. One deposit. There's enough in that one deposit to fortify the entire world twice. Twice. Every living being in the entire world, twice, fully fortified in one deposit that they found. One.
Wow.
There's a whole country of deposits. So what do you think their value is going to be?
Wow.
If you
So
have
when you
Uganda,
say when you say if you have Zims, you have to go somewhere else. Somewhere else, like where?
another
What you mean?
redemption center that is handling those. Everybody's not going to handle Zims.
I see. I see. Okay.
Everybody's not going to handle it.
Okay.
So you would go to there and get your Zim account.
Mm-hmm.
You will go there and get your Ugandan account. And you will hold Ugandan dollar. You will hold Zimbabwe dollar.
Yeah.
Not US dollar in the reflection. There's no way that the US dollar can get above Uganda or Zimbabwe. No way.
Mhm.
No way. So when you exchange, the process, again, I'm not a advisor, financial advisor. I'm not licensed. My conversation only, my opinion.
Mhm.
You're going to deposit these currencies into a multi-currency account at those establishments
Mhm.
because they have to. They can't put it in a you would be doing yourself a disservice if you say I'm going to exchange, give you my Ugandan for US dollar.
Right. Absolutely. Okay.
Why would you do that?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what kept me up at night wondering, why would I do that? Now you clarified it. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Queenie, you're welcome.
Yeah, Montalvo, this Queenie.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna ask you, so I know you gotta go to work. I'm not gonna take long. What is the difference? Now, have you heard that? Why would we need Bitcoin? And they said that quantum financial system, everything is digital. Now, this is what I heard because I don't know for sure, but they say have so many trusts. They have the. Have you heard this here? The Saint Germain Trust, the Gonzalez Trust, the Bathsheba Trust. Have you heard of those?
Yes.
And they say they have trees and trees and trees and trees, so many zeros you can't count. So, so if that money which been held back from us from years and years and years, and our dollar, which I know don't mean a thing, it's just as my brother says, like the two dead flies on the wall. So, I like to know, will those trusts be released to the public?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's what I need to know. And they are for real, you say? Yeah.
Yes, they are very much so real. You
Okay.
also have a major account in Puerto Rico.
Oh, I know about that one.
Yep.
Okay.
Montana, this is Jefferson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are those trusts backed by gold
Yes, sir.
and silver? Yeah. So that's why it's so much.
Correct.
Okay. I have another question about New York.
Mm-hmm.
How do they know whether they use well, you have to apply with your address, so they'll know your address. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But they don't go by your phone number.
No, they don't go by the number. They go by that address when you put it in there.
Address. Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
One more question before I go. What about the driving license? Driving license have to have a star. Now, if you don't have a star, you can't do no type of.
Don't worry about that. By the time when you have your next birthday, you'll have the proper one.
Okay. Thank you.
That account is already established. Trust what I'm telling you.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question?
Good evening, Montalvo.
Yes.
This is Jackie. How you doing today?
Blessed and highly favored. Yourself?
All right. I have I got ready to pay my car note this month, and they asked me did I want to open up a wallet to start paying my account. Um, so do you think all this stuff is about to transpire very
Yes.
shortly? Okay. Okay. Now you were supposed to send me some information relative to how I could get my money from different places without being penalized. I never got it yet because um a lot of stuff transpired on this side, which I mean this side down here in the Georgia area. Things are taken off where it's to if you get your money out and you don't they're charging you 20% taxes. So it's taking a quite a big chunk of your money out if you just get it out on your own.
Yeah. That's always been but they're not getting it out. They're converting it.
Mm,
There's a difference.
okay. Okay.
I'll get that information to you. Send me a text,
Okay.
and you'll get a website or phone number. You call him, and then he'll put you on the phone with them, and they'll explain to you how it works.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Now, before anybody asks a question, I want y'all to do a little recap. Did anybody hear what she just said that her bank asked her? Did anybody hear that?
Yes.
What did they ask her?
Yes. To
Or a
open
wallet. Did she want to have a wallet for her payment? Meaning
What?
it's going to digital.
What did we just talk about today?
Yep, you nailed it. You nailed it.
Like I said, I don't proclaim to know everything, but I'm connected to the best. And all the information that I get from the best is already happening. All we have to do is pay attention. We just talked about it.
I walked away, Montal. What did she say? I missed that. I was in another room. I missed that. That's what her bank said. Can you repeat that again?
Her bank asked her, did she want to open a wallet so she could now make her payments for her car?
Oh, okay.
What did we just talk about today?
We just talked about that digital. Wow.
Y'all get out of here.
Wow.
All right.
I have a question. Can I also get that information that you was going to send the lady?
I'm going to blast it to everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. You can start looking him up now. It's Miles Franklin. When you get on there on the website, there's a number. You call him, tell him you want to convert a 401k. That's all you need to say. He'll put you on the phone with the right people. They will then explain to you what happened. Any other question?
Yes, Manalo.
Yes, sir.
I tried 2 weeks ago to look into getting a touch wallet on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't find an icon for it, so I typed it in.
Mm-hmm.
And thought I was getting it, but it turned out to be a Samsung wallet. So I don't know where to go from here to get a trust wallet.
I'll send it to you.
All right, that'd be great. Thank you.
I'll send you the link to it, and you just click on it and go.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Anyone else?
Get ready.
Anybody else?
Good afternoon. My question is, which crypto is backed by anything other than the US dollar?
None of them. So actually there's one, but it's not really a crypto coin yet. That's coming in the very near future. And that is the Zimbabwe coin. It is a gold-backed coin. Okay?
Thank you.
That's the only one. Notice I stopped right there. Russia has one, but they have not yet announced it, and we have sanctions on them, so you wouldn't be able to get it anyway.
Oh, one more thing before you go.
Mhm.
You said the BRIC. I know B stand for British. What the other stand for? British what? British?
BRICS?
Yeah. I know that abbreviation for something. BRIC.
Yes, it's the 4 countries that
Yeah, name it. I know what you're saying, but I know it's British.
Russia, Ireland.
What?
someone want to give her the abbreviation? Y'all should know that. Somebody give me the BRICS.
I used to know, but I forgot. That's why.
Brazil, Russia, India. The last one is South Africa. But
South Africa.
the C is BRIC. The C, I don't remember.
The C should be China.
China, yes, China.
All right, so everybody, all of them together.
Is it British, Russia,
Brazil?
Brazil, Russia, Ireland,
Yeah, China.
What's the K? Oh, okay.
So all of you have homework. We're going to stop right there. You all have homework. I need everyone, when we hang up, to find the definition of BRICS. Don't put it in now. Don't nobody open up and try to say it now. Next week, just like the kids call, I want to hear from everybody. You need to know what you're going into.
I used
If
to
you
know,
don't know what you're going into, there's a problem. Yes, ma'am.
I used to know, but I forgot. That's why I asked again.
I know. So I'm going to turn it right back around to everybody, not just you. I want you to go online and put in, what is the BRICS? What's the abbreviation of BRICS? And the definition of it.
Here. Mr. Lewis, I hope you don't mind. Kayla is right next to me. She pulled it up.
I know.
I have it right here in front of me, so my homework is done.
So I want you to let it sink in all week.
Yep.
Thank you, Kayla. I appreciate you. But let it massage in all week. You need to know the system you are going into.
Yeah.
You need to know how that system works. So not only are we going to get the abbreviation of what countries started BRICS, we're also going to find out how to use it. So it's a double definition next Saturday from everybody. So nobody gets to just sit back and not speak. I want to hear it from everybody. Because if you don't know.
One more question, I'm going to leave you. Do you know anything about stable swap?
Fatal? Say it again?
Stable swap.
Stable swap?
Yes.
You're swapping stable coins, but that's going to get all shook up here shortly.
And what that mean?
Because the ones that are stable now won't be. They will no longer exist.
Okay.
Yep, we have to wait until the switch happens, which, like I said, literally could be within 5 to 7 days. And then you'll know what's what, where you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to do. And hopefully these classes and this information and this conversation will help you navigate it a little better than all the rest of the people Just do this realization real quick. There is 49 people on this call that have a little bit more knowledge now than all the rest of the people in this country. How special are you?
Very.
You got a head start on the whole game because you made it to this call today. Because you're doing the homework from this call today. Because you have wallets in your wallet right now because of this call. You have banks that you're going to start using on a regular basis and no longer ever have to ask a bank, can you use your money? You got to be more careful. You're going to have in your possession crypto, digital currency, debit cards. And nobody else is going to have it. You'll have it established. You'll have it using it, knowing it, outside of everybody else, outside of this call. How special are you?
We're all blessed and highly favored.
You see what I'm saying? Thank you, Dan. All right. Any other questions? If not,